How to use Google Analytics. Good day, folks, and welcome to the channel. I'm going to break down Google Analytics because, to be very honest, Google Analytics offers a lot of information. So we're going to go through it slowly and we're going to go through it step by step. So let's jump straight in. The first thing we're going to have a look at is our homepage. Now, of course, every homepage offers an overview of what the platform does. So as you can see over here, you have an overview of your users, your event counts, conversions, and your new users. On the right-hand side, you can see the users within the last 30 minutes, as well as the option to change the country and the user type. And that is pretty much what it is offering right now. The next thing we're going to go into is on the left hand side, there is a reports tab. You're going to tap on that. Now, this is what the reports window looks like. So you can do this in two ways. The first way is the reports snapshot, and this basically gives you snapshots of specific or particular time periods. Then you can do the real time, and you can literally track that real time right now as it's happening. We're going to go ahead and look at the reports snapshots. So as you can see, this is a breakdown of the reports, and you can see here users, new users, the average engagement time, as well as the total revenue. Now, I think all of these explain pretty much themselves. The users, of course, are the actual users. Their new users are, of course, new users, and then the average engagement time. This is basically how long a user is on your platform. And further on, you can have a look at how long somebody is on a particular page of yours once you set up your pages. And then you have the total revenue, and this is just an overview of how much product was sold, how much revenue was gained within a certain time period. Now, again, you can see what happened within the last 30 minutes. And as you go down here, you have the where do your new users come from tab. You can see the different avenues that they have come from, and then you can view also your top campaigns on the right hand side over here. Over here you can break it down by country and then the user activity over a time period. Then as you go further down, you can see how well your users were retained. So retention is always very important. And then which pages and screens get the most views. So you can have a breakdown of which of your pages actually get more views. Then we have top events, top conversions, and then the products that are being sold, those top products. And then finally, we've got how the activity compares on different platforms, such as mobile devices, tablets, Windows, Linux, and so forth. So you can see what your users are actually using to access your platform. So now we're going to jump into acquisition, and we're going to have a look at an overview of our acquisition. So basically, as you can see over here, you have your users and new users. Again, on the right hand side, you have what happened within the last 30 minutes. You also have the new users by first user default, and you can have a channel group over here. You can also have a session group, and then you can have a session by a session Google Ads group. So you can then go down and you can see the lifetime value of all the acquisition stats for your website or for your individual page. Going now over to the next thing we can have a look at over here is the average engagement time, the engagement sessions per user, and we can also see the average engagement time per session. So this is quite important. This over here is sort of the stats that you can tell how much time people are spending on your site or your pages, and you can also see how many sessions are being active per user. Again, we can go down and we can have more details over here, the views and the event count, and again we have the event by name and the last 30 minutes. And you can go down, you can also view the page titles and screen classes, and you can change that, you can redefine it there. And the user activity over a certain period of time, you can see what is happening over a day, 7 days, and 30 days in comparison on one graph. And then we can now go over to our next page. This is monetization. So this is basically where you're going to see what is happening with your income, your total revenue, your purchases, and all of the money coming in. So over here it says the sum of revenue from purchases, subscriptions, and advertising. The purchase revenue plus subscription revenue will equal your total ad revenue over there. So here you can see how much money each of your services is bringing in. You can go down now, you can see the total purchases. You can also view the first time purchases all on one graph, and then the average purchase revenue per user, so you can see how much money a specific user or an average user is actually spending with you. And then you can also have the items purchased by item name on the right hand side over here. You can see that per item, and then item by name list if you have categories or subcategories, and then the items viewed in promotion by item promotion name. So if you have any promotions you're running, you can view all of that data over here. And then purchases revenue by order coupons. So if you have any coupons running, then this is where those stats will come up. Again, your in-app purchases, you can see where it's coming from, and then the revenue per ad unit. So you can compare that and you can see how much revenue you are actually bringing in per ad campaign or advertisement you are actually putting out there. The next thing we're going to have a look at is retention. Retention is important. How much time is somebody spending on your website on each page? And we'll have a breakdown here. So this is an overview over here. The user retention over here will be per cohort. And then as you go down, you have the user engagement by cohort and the user retention overall. As you go down, you have user engagement and then the lifetime value for each user. And here you can pretty much see who is on your website, what pages they're on, and actually how long they're spending on there. So now moving on, the next page offers us user attributes. Over here you can see users by country, and you can list all the countries over here. You can see where these users are actually coming from over here. And then on the right hand side, again, your users within the last 30 minutes. This is always a nice thing to have on all of these pages. You can see what is happening up to right this very minute within the last 30 minutes. That is great. Then you also have the users by town or city, the users by gender, and the users by interest, and then age and language. And this is awesome. So now you can see that most of your people, or majority of your people, are coming from a certain region. They're coming from a certain town or city in that region. They are either male or female. And then you have users by interest. So what is it that they wish to gain, or what is their particular interest? And then age group, and then language. And this really does help you to understand who your customer is, so that you can really give them what they specifically want. Having a look now at the tech, and this detail over here basically gives you what device people are using your platform on. So if you see over here, it'll have the different devices. It also has the operating system, as well as that 30-minute up-to-date viewer. And you can see over here the platform device category, as well as the user by browser, and then the user by device category. And this is always nice. You can see exactly what people are using. So if you have something that will be specifically used on a mobile app, then you will want to try and get your mobile app usage up, and not so much your desktop usage, perhaps, just for example. Again, you have app version, screen resolution, app release overview, and the stability overview, and then the device model. So it's pretty in-depth. It gives you a lot of very fine details, and this can be useful when you are looking to find out who your customer is, what they're using, what they need, and you can give them exactly what they want. Going now into the Explore tab on the left-hand side, this is what the page looks like. Here you can start new exploration. So basically you can start straight from blank if you're hitting this blank over here, and then the free form. So this is what insights you can uncover with custom charts and tables. That is fantastic. And then the funnel exploration. What users' journeys can you analyze, segment, and break down with multi-step funnels? And I think that is also a fantastic template. And then the path exploration. What users' journeys can you uncover with tree graphs, and this is awesome. There is a full template gallery, so there's tons more templates you can use, and you can go ahead and you can start building new explorations to try and understand what is trending on your site. The last thing we're having a look at here is advertising, and right over here you can create a new insight. You can manage all of your advertising right over here, and you can see what works and what doesn't work, how much your click-through rate is, what touch points do customers take to convert, and the default channel groups, and you can learn a little bit more about what your advertising is actually doing for your business. There we go, folks. If you're having a look at Google Analytics, I think this is a fantastic platform. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave us with a like, and we'll see you in another awesome video. Cheers for now.